Hello, and welcome back to Horrible Helbrute Mondays. In this episode, we're going to break down just how good helbrutes are at getting you out of a pinch, and what my common tactic is with helbrutes, and why I'm currently running 3 of them. Alright guys, we'll go into my list first. I'm actually really happy with what I've cooked up here. It's really good against Catan shards, it's really good against tanky units, and the triple spawn just really push out. So naturally we've got a squad of 10 jackals, 3 squads of 2 spawn, 3 helbrutes because they're bloody horrible. 2 of them have the hammer and 1 has the power scourge, and obviously all of them have the fist for punching your enemies. I've got 2 squads of 8 bound for that initial push with the spawn to help enable them, or to go with the helbrutes to help enable them, that +1 to hit aura, and they themselves punch up really hard. I have a 6-man exalted 8-bound brick, and typically leading them will be my slaughterbound with the glaive. This unit will kill anything it touches. Anything. It doesn't have to just be anti-vehicle monster because of that AP3, which is critical. Not only that, this unit is prime time Catan shard killing. If you don't know what to use to kill Catan shards, this is it. Guaranteed 22 damage to a Catan shard after all of their half damage, 5+ feel no pain shenanigans. So nothing is living through this unit. This is what it's the juice of the army. It's really expensive, but it does its job really well. And to make up for the fact that it's so expensive, you have 3 helbrutes, which are too cheap. I got a squad of Berserkers being led by Khan, and a squad of Berserkers being led by Mo. Mo actually has the favored of Corn enhancement, which has come up clutch every game I've used it. That one turn where you think you need sustained and lethal, you need sustained and dead, like you need to be able to punch through their armor, he's your man. So I'm really happy with how this is going. Alright, so going into this guy's list, pretty straightforward Ultramarines Blue Boy list. You got 2 Vindicators, punch really hard. You got 2 Repulsor Executioners, punch even harder. You've got Helbrute Guilliman to enable your double oath, 2 things die every turn. You've got the new Wardens of Ultramar to go wherever they want and do whatever they want, and be the super nuisance 90-point unit. You've got an 8-man Vitrix Honor Guard unit being led by Marnes Calgar. Some chaff, more chaff, and this allied unit that costs 40 points, and you just plop it in your opponent's deployment zone in turn 3 and get some behind enemy lines free points. So really cool list, really standard Ultramarines, big guns, a really strong melee threat, but only the 1, so helbrutes might just do some good stuff this game. Alright, let's go to the game state. My opponent went first, and they recognized that I simply have no shooting, and they can just absolutely disrespect me. So I was pretty nervous when he put a Repulsor Executioner, a Vindicator, and a Repulsor Executioner behind this wall turn 1. And I just thought, oh my goodness, I have no space. My spawning gonna have to go and do some work. So I sent 1 squad of spawn up this way from there. Its job was to charge the repulsor and put a body here and a body there. But unfortunately, I just rolled too damn well on my charge, which forced both of them to base here and here. And then he was able to just fall back through this wall, and it wouldn't be a desperate escape test, and then he can just take fall back, shoot and charge. So that one didn't go quite as planned, but there was a plan there. Secondly, I got area denial, so I also wanted to try and body block this Vindicator from not coming through the center, so I just put this chaos spawn there. They scored me area denial. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to charge this Vindicator because of this. You go anywhere near that and it's just, you spawn it dead, and you're giving it free movement. So that was a no-go, so I put my spawn there. And I put my Helbrute, ran up behind this wall, and I used my 2 spawn to body block these 2 tanks so that he wouldn't be able to push through there and shoot my Helbrute. Now, he did manage to get a line with this Vindicator on my Helbrute in his turn 2, and instead of shooting my Helbrute down this line with that Repulsor Executioner, thankfully I think my too good a charge actually ended up serving me, because it baited him into coming forward and shooting my Rhino. Alright, so now the game state is his turn 2, where he's put that Repulsive Execution up at the top, he's got his Vindicator in the center, this is his movement phase, drawing a line on my Helbrute, this guy's drawing a line on my Rhino, and on the 8-bound, this guy's drawing a line on the 8-bound, and these spawn, and this guy's just drawing a line on the spawn, obviously. So he just wants to kill all the stuff in front of him, and put me in a really bad spot where he's forcing me to all in. He's giving me no choice. My next turn is going to have to be an all in. But what he didn't realize is, because he only got a short advance on this lieutenant, which was putting the body on the objective, is that he left a gap here, and where there is one Helbrute, sometimes there are two. Rapid ingress, Helbrute in. This was a really cool play because he lost his shooting ability from up in that corner. This Vindicator can't kill two Helbrutes. Just can't do it. It's only got one shot. So yeah, he kills this Helbrute, but he has absolutely no way of dealing with this one. So after his shooting is completed and he kills these two spawn, he charges the Incursors and the Victrix Ultramar guys to kill that spawn. And then with a bunch of shooting, kills these. He only killed 2 of the 8-bound. And just failed to kill the Rhino. He got a bit unlucky on his shooting to not kill that Rhino. But you know, if you don't have Oath of Moment, sometimes you just roll some 1s and 2s. So you can't have 5 Oath of Moment targets, sadly, for Ultramarine players. So let's have a gander. How do I come back from this position? I got a lot of pressure on me. Helbrute's gonna have to do work, right? 2 tanks here, tank here, tank here. My understanding in this position was I'm gonna have to kill all 4 of his tanks. I have no choice. If I can kill all 4 of his tanks, he no longer has any shooting threats to kill my 20 Khorne Berserkers. Which means not only do I have to bring out all of my anti-tank killing, I also need to bring out all of my Khorne Berserkers to actually have that threat in the next turn. So Helbrute runs out. He does, Ultramarine player does what any good player would do. You just chuck an Overwatch. You hope for the best. This time, didn't kill the Helbrute. I'm doing damage. Got to roll some 6s next time, big boy. This Helbrute comes out. It's a target. Gonna kill this Vindicator. Tab this Vindicator. Now he does have these Victrix Honor Guard here that are in a position to heroically intervene this Helbrute. So what I did is I sent out these 8-bound to go and support the Helbrute, and they're just saying, if you, they're like, maybe we'll try and charge you and weaken you, but if you heroically intervene into that Helbrute, we're going to charge you, kill half of your models, and then when you hit and you have to hit the Helbrute, I can pop -1 damage. And now you might not even kill the Helbrute because you don't have Oath of Moment. And now my Helbrute's definitely going to kill your Vindicator and probably going to kill your Victrix as well. So I really deterred him from doing that. And even further as a deterrent, I got kind of the Betrayer out of his Rhino, and I sent him this way, out of that Rhino to go and deal with these guys. But again, I stretched out, when I did my movement, I stretched these guys out a little bit, and it was another, you want to heroically intervene into my Helbrute, and you go this way, and maybe I can't go charging you with these 8-bound, well then I'll charge you with these Khorne Berserkers. This 8-bound came out to support the Khorne Berserker push. These Khorne Berserkers, again, so I'm now getting them out and I'm saying, you don't have the firepower to kill these Berserkers in the next turn. So I advanced them up and I flooded this objective marker. Obviously this Lieutenant with combat weapon's got a reactive move, so when my Helbrute moved, he reacted and got inside of the Repulsor Executioner. And now I'm actually kind of confident. I'm like, you know what? If things go well, we're cooking. So Helbrute 1 charges into the Repulsor Executioner. Helbrute 2 charges into the Vindicator. He chose not to heroically intervene, which I think was the correct choice. And then I failed my charge from the 8-bound into the Victrix. It was really important that I didn't charge the 8-bound into the Vindicator, because there's a very low chance that they're the thing that finishes it off if the Helbrute fails to. And if he does fail to, he can then hit the 8-bound instead of my Helbrute, and my Helbrute doesn't get 2 swings. At the top, kind of the Betrayer and a few of the boys go into the Repulsor. and then the rest go into the incursors. And then the 8-bound goes into the incursors as well. Carnum Shredder, you know him, you love him. Sustained and lethal given to me via Massive Executions. Flips that repulsor, kills all 5 of the incursors. And then the 8-bound goes in and kills a grand total of 1 of these guys. Because they are unkillable. Thumbs up. They kill him in return. I go down here and I'm like, now's the time. I put +1 AP on this Helbrute because it wants to go crazy. So it's got an AP 4 hammer, D6 +1 damage. This guy's already damaged from the spawn that went into him, and my man just went, I didn't even need 2 swings. He just went thunk, 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 rolled like 3 6s. AP 4 means it's pretty much devastating wounds. This guy doesn't even get a save. And just did like 30 damage to this repulsor execution, just blew it up. And then piled into this Vindicator. And when it hit me, I'm still AP 4. I rolled a couple more 6s. The thing about the D6 +1 is you can roll badly. Let's say I grab my Exalted dice and I roll. And let's say I roll below the average. Let's say I even roll this far below the average and these all fail. These are lethal and sustained. Like, that's so good. You can hit 3 times. If a couple 6s go through, you wound. AP, he gets a 6-up save. A Vindicator is a 6-up save against this. It's crazy. Damage is 1,000,000, right? 25 damage. Goodbye, Vindicator. Like, people don't think your Helbrutes are going to do this much damage. They don't plan for it. They're like, oh yeah, your Helbrute can swing twice. It hits on 4s. Sustained and lethal Helbrutes is a drug. It is something that people do not account for. And I'm running 3 of them to teach people, to teach my opponents to do not disrespect the Helbrute. Over here, he's running the new Gladius Task Force detachment, so he gets Armor Contempt and -1 to wound. This is where he pops both his strats and he says, my Vindicator's -1 to wound, and it's got Armor Contempt. And my guy doesn't have the hammer, he's got the fist. So he's only AP 2, damage 3. I fortunately get about 5 wounds through, even through the -1 to wound. And on a 3-up save, because it's armor contempted for the first swing, I still did 6 damage. So I took it down to half strength. And then it's got to hit me, and this time it doesn't have armor contempt, right? So now it's on 5 wounds and it doesn't have armor contempt. So it's saving on 4s. And yeah, I killed the Vindicator as well. So in my turn, I've gone in, I've killed the Repulsor, I've killed a Repulsor, I've killed a Vindicator, I've killed a Vindicator, and for my troubles, I also killed the unit of Incursors. Now, would I have been able to do this with anything that was not Helbrutes? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe instead of rapid ingressing a Helbrute here, I could have rapid ingressed my 6 Exalted 8-bound with the Slaughterbound, and they could have gone in and gone to here, and they could have done that. Maybe. But honestly, I feel like the Helbrute's more reliable. As soon as you start splitting attacks with these guys, whichever one the Slaughterbound doesn't go into actually has quite a high chance of living. It's because you can just roll 1s and 2s. You can just roll 1s and 2s. Yep, and also I wanted these guys as a counter punch to the Victrix. So that was the other part. Is that if I send these guys here, these Victrix Guard now, they go this way. They mop up Khan the Betrayer's unit, no problemo. And now I've actually got no way of killing these Victrix anytime soon, because they're faster than my Exalted. My Exalted move 10, sorry. These guys move 6 with an advance and charge. These guys can move way faster. And so I have to be really careful to not give him an opportunity. I need to be like, I'm killing all your tanks, and in the next turn, these guys are coming down and wiping that unit. So in my opinion, nothing in the game could have done that better than a Helbrute. So in conclusion, guys, for me, there's 2 ways to run the Helbrute. One is you stage them up, you use your spawn to deter shooting, and then you send them out and you take out those big targets. You rapid ingress them into terrible locations for your opponent. I did it yesterday. I killed a Rogel Dawn with a Helbrute. My opponent was just like, what just happened? Or number 2, If your opponent screens you and puts all their chaff in front of your face, you just send helbrutes out and you kill it all. And you ping pong and you go crazy, because the closer they are together, the more you're going to kill. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. See you in the next one.